Hey guys, sorry this video took so long to get out, but life has just kind of hit me like, yeah, like that. I just thought I'd put that funny clip in here, but anyway, guys, have a great time with the video. Hello and welcome, guys. This is Silent Hero 3473 here, back at you with another video. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different from this others. This one is probably going to be a bit more edited. I'm really trying to make it look more professional, and this is going to be a story too. So I'm just going to be telling a story, and there's going to be gameplay behind it so that you guys don't get bored. But I hope you guys enjoy. I will explain it all at the end if you want to continue watching to that point. Hello, everybody. So, as you just barely heard me say, I'm going to be telling a story. Now, you might be able to tell what the story is about just from the title. I think that I'm going to name the title something around the lines of Drowning Our Van or something like that. I don't know. It's going to be something of the sorts. So, let me just begin by describing this van. Now, this was a 2003 Kia sedan, okay? Now, there will be a picture of it. There will be a picture of it on the screen around now, and just look at that. Just look at that. Do you see that? Okay. Now, keep that in mind, okay? So this van had gone through a lot. We had it for around 5 years, okay? And by the time that we actually ended up drowning it, the only door that actually had both the handles was the driver's side door, and the only two other doors with handles were the left side sliding door and the front outside passenger door. So the back had to have somebody let them out, and the passenger had to roll down the window to let themselves out. So this was just so beat up. It was crap. It was old. It was a van too. So now, to explain why we did this, we were going to this archery shoot. My brother, my dad, and I were going to this archery shoot. We were in a 4-H club, okay? An archery 4-H club, if you couldn't just tell by the archery shoot. Anyway, so we had been there the year before, right? So we knew how to get there. It was so fun. They had like 3D targets. They had all these like trails set up. You'd walk around and show you where you stand from. You go and you shoot the bow to hit this target. I even remember they had this one trail where it was just metal all around until it got to the vitals, and then when it got to the vitals, it was foam. So if you missed, you just shattered your arrow. It was absolutely destroyed. So anyway, we were coming up here, but this was also around the time when I was getting my learner's permit. So we decided, hey, there's two ways to get here, the front way and the back way. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and get my permit the day before that we head up here, well, the day that we were heading up there. So we drive all the way down to Grand Junction to get my permit. We go do that, then we start heading the back way, okay? So we get up there, we're in the mountain range, we're like, okay, we're doing good. We go, we're going, we drive around, we haven't, it's around 5 o'clock by the time we get into the mountains. Anyway, we're just driving through here because we're just like, okay, this road goes straight across the mountain. We know that. We asked somebody. They told us. They said that it would do that. So anyway, we're looking around. We're like, we know what this looks like. We were here last year. We're looking around. Anyway, it becomes later and later and later until it reaches about 9:30, okay? At that point, we decided that we're not going to find this. We're not going to find this at all. So we turn on our GPS to help us find a way out of here. Surprisingly, the GPS actually had roads for this area. The problem is they weren't roads. They were four-wheeler trails. So we're going down, following these four-wheeler trails to get through, and you knew that it was going to be bad because at the very start of it, to make sure that cars didn't get on it, it had one of those gates, you know, it was wide, and our van wasn't going to fit through the gate. It's made for four-wheelers. So we went around. Anyway, so we're going down this. There's rocks everywhere. It's dark out. My dad is somehow piloting the van through all these trees, and we got so lucky because you could tell that these trees had like fallen to the road and they were just barely cut. Like they had just barely been cut out of the way so that four-wheelers could get through here. So we got so lucky. We should not have been. There was no way we were going to turn back, and we were so lost. Anyway, we're following this. We get out of this, surprisingly. We surprisingly get out of these four-wheeler trails. We get out. We're just about to the main road in which we'd be able to just... it was the main dirt road that would have gotten us like onto the highway so that we could go home. So we are heading to that road right off the four-wheeler trail, and there's this little stream, okay? Now, it's not big enough to be called a river. I could have probably walked across it in 10, 12 steps. It was not that long. In fact, if it wasn't like, if it hadn't like just rained a ton, you could have called it a creek. So, anyway, we stop, we're looking at this, and we're just like, we're not entirely sure if we can get through. Calvin, my younger brother, is like, okay, Dad, do you want me to go check to see if we can get through? My dad, not wanting to make Calvin get all wet and walk through and be cold the rest of the ride home, is just like, no, it'll be fine. So anyway, we go through. We get about halfway through before the van just stops. The van just stops right in the middle of here. Now, we knew this was going to happen. There was water coming up through the floorboards. Like, before it stopped, I could feel my feet getting wet. I didn't have my shoes on because why should I have my shoes on? I'm not driving. I want to be comfortable. My feet were starting to get wet, and I'm just like, Dad, the water's coming through the floorboard. So it stopped. We weren't all that surprised. We were hoping that it wouldn't. We get out, and we start pushing the car. We're just like, if we can just get it out, it'll start. If we can get it out, then it will start. We're pushing, and we're pushing. Anyway, my younger brother, Calvin, gets the good idea. Hey, you know what? We have all this stuff for camping. Let's unload it, and then the car will be lighter. So we do that. Anyway, we start pushing it, but then it keeps rolling back because there's an incline, like how rivers are. So my dad's like, here, Calvin, there's this big rock right here. Push it under the wheel as it goes. One of the times that we did this, we messed up, though, and it rolled over my brother's foot. Now, it was so cold that, like, he did not feel it. He did not feel it. He was just like, I have a car on my foot and I can't feel it. So anyway, push the car off his foot. It's not going anywhere. We keep pushing it. It falls back. We push it. It falls back. We push it. It falls back. At that point, I'm just like, okay, guys, it's not getting anywhere. We have all this camping stuff. Let's just sleep, and we'll walk and find a house so that we can, like, call a tow truck. We're only about 16 miles away from the nearest town, so if we need to, we can walk to that town and get help. So we go, we do this, we're sleeping, and we wake up the next morning around 6 o'clock. Anyway, we wake up and look at the river, and you can see just 5 feet to the left, the river was about 2 feet shallower. If we would have just gone a bit to the left, we wouldn't have drowned the van. Just a bit to the left. If Calvin would have gone out and checked it, we wouldn't have drowned the van. So we go, we're walking, we probably walk about like half a mile, we come across a little cabin, we check it, no one's there, no phone, no nothing. We keep walking, we probably walk about 2 miles in total before we come to a house and we knock on the door. We get people to answer, they come help us, they give us like snacks and everything because we're starving. We get a tow truck out there, everything's towed, we get the van to the nearest town and we scrap it for metal. So anyway, that's how we drowned the van. Thank you guys for listening to the story. Remember to stay tuned for why I'm doing this type of video anyway.